Hi everyone, welcome back to the 100-day series of Healer Inner Child. And today we are on day 28. And today we again going to talk about valid validating the feelings of your inner child. Okay, so why is it important for you to validate your inner child's feeling? Let's first talk about that, right? Let's um untangle this topic first and understand the importance so that you also get the significance of this practice. Okay. Now, what happens is when we are growing up, there are certain circumstances with our parents, with adults in our lives, right? With our teachers, of course, with our siblings, with our peers, all of that, right? That we say something, right? Especially in that impressionable age, 0 to 10, where we say something, we express ourselves, we're very vulnerable, right? We are quite vulnerable. Our brain has also not developed yet, right? We don't have all the cognitive abilities that an adult can have. Therefore, whatever we are saying, there is some sort of a feedback that we are looking at, right? And that's how we are also developing our confidence, developing our emotions, right? So when we say something while you're growing up and those emotions are not validated, right? Worse if the emotions are actually, if somebody actually retorts, right, or makes us feel more guilty for feeling those emotions, for even expressing our whatever we want to somebody, then that can create a big void in our body, in our lives, and how then we react to our adult life based on that. Okay. So, and there can be a plethora of emotions, okay, that were not validated. Now, of course, if you were constantly told, an example, that you're not good, you're good for anything, or you're good for nothing, or you're very slow, or you know, you can cook well, but you can't really do maths, something like that, right? An example, I'm making it up. However, what happens is if something is being said again and again, it turns into a belief for us, right? And imagine if you kind of believe in the fact that you're not able to do, maths, however, you can only cook well, then what's maths, right? If you look at it that way in your adult life, it could be that anywhere and everywhere you have finances, right? Anywhere and everywhere you have to invest, right? You have to sell if you're in business, and you have to make a profit, whatever it is. Or even if you're working and you get your salary and you have to use that salary for different aspects, right? Where that's where accounting comes in. You will not be able to do that. Why? Because the belief system is that I'm not good enough. Then you allow someone else to take over your finances, and then of course there can be financial loss. There can be a lot of things around your finances that will lead you to suffer because of that belief that you're not able to manage finances, or you're not good with counting, whatever it is, right? So why is that happening? Because you're trying to say, because when you're growing up, you need an environment where you can say things, you can falter, you can be corrected, and then you move forward that way. That's how that learning environment uh should be around us, right, while we are growing up. However, we can, for various reasons, might not have it when we are looking for it, right? Or when we say something, we might not be always validated, right? So now, what is the significance of this exercise today? That for whatever reason, right, we might have said something and it wasn't validated, or we said something and it was kind of somebody retorted, right, or somebody back chatted based on whatever we were saying. Now what happened is, because certain emotions were not validated, now it's creating that internal criticism, or like the patterns of self doubt have started sprouting since then, right? Now it could have become a big oak tree as well, right? So let's focus today on that, or those parts of us, of our inner child, that were not validated, that were not heard, that were not seen. And like I said, sometimes just witnessing and acknowledging starts the healing. Okay. And then again, and there will be layers, folks. There will always be layers on to each day. Not always, but many a times. Okay. So be patient, go step by step, and spend as much time as required for your particular need for that day. All right. So let's start the exercise today. Just relax and center yourself. Close your eyes. Take three long deep breaths. Let your body soften and relax. Now imagine a safe, warm space, perhaps a sanctuary just for you and your inner child. Yeah. This is a place of acceptance, safety, and love. Again, bring to your memory, or bring to your visualize basically an inner child standing before you. Notice their face, their posture, their expression. See them exactly as they were when they felt unheard or when they felt dismissed. Imagine, go back to a memory when you were saying something and you were completely dismissed, okay? Or you said something and somebody completely ignored you. Yeah. Ask that inner child, what have you always wanted me to hear? Okay. Become that adult today who will listen to that inner child. Notice their face, expression, posture. See them exactly as they were when they felt unheard. And see what they're saying. Listen with compassion, without any judgment. And whatever feelings arise, sadness, anger, fear, allow them to flow. Okay. Say quietly to them, I see you, I hear you, your feelings matter to me. And please stay in this moment, ask questions, and see what they say. It could take 10 minutes, it could take 20 minutes, it could take half an hour. Sit with your inner child. Okay. Once you're completely done with all of this, with this conversation, place your hands over your heart and imagine sending warmth and acceptance to your inner child, and repeat silently. It was not your fault that your feelings were ignored. Your emotions are real and important, and you're safe to feel always. Again, take your time, see how your inner child is feeling. Be with your inner child till it's relaxed. Even if it's not smiling, if it's smiling, that's even better. Allow your inner child to feel the love, acceptance. You know, it might take a little time for your inner child to even accept these feelings, because that inner child has not ever been heard, right? So it's not used to this emotion. So take it slow, let it happen slowly. Be patient with your inner child. Let this energy anchor. Once you're done with this exercise, only then move on to journaling. Yeah, write a letter to your inner child, acknowledging their feelings. Yeah, like you can say, I see you, I honor your feelings, and I'm so happy that you shared, and then write down whatever they shared with you. I'm proud of you for feeling, whatever comes up, even if no one else noticed. I am here for you today, right? Or you can say, I promise to listen to you and honor your emotions from now on. Yeah. So write this letter. Again, take as much time you can. It can be a one page, it can be 2 pages. Then take one final deep breath. Visualize your inner child holding your hand, feeling lighter and loved. Know that today a seed of emotional validation has been planted. Yeah. Today, the inner child knows that there is someone, which is you, the adult self, will always be there to honor this inner child's feelings. So it knows that there is always this one person at least who will always honor my feelings. And with that, slowly you can come back to the here and now and open your eyes. And yeah, today is all about being that adult self who you always needed as a child to take care of you, to listen to you, to somebody that you can share your feelings with, right? Without being judged. That adult version you become today for your inner child. You bring safety to yourself today. Yeah. And with that, we conclude today's exercise. I will see you all tomorrow. Signing off, Anisha Dutt from Zarya Healings.